Welcome students. In previous class we have seen about designing the concentric springs. In today's class we will be designing a spring for a real life application, that is railway bumpers. The question is, a railway wagon moving at a velocity of 1.5 meter per second is brought to rest by a bumper consisting of two helical springs arranged in parallel. The mass of the wagon is 1500 kg. The springs are compressed by 150 mm in bringing the wagon to the rest. The spring index can be taken as 6. The springs are made up of oil hardened and tempered steel wire with an ultimate tensile strength of 1250 Newton per mm square. Modulus of rigidity is given as 81370 Newton per mm square, and the permissible stress for the spring wire can be taken as 50% of the ultimate tensile strength. Before starting the problem, let us see what is the data given. So mass is given to us as 1500 kg, velocity as 1.4 meter per second, deflection 150 mm. Please note that this deflection will be the maximum deflection as the wagon is being bring to rest. Spring index is given as 6 and other material related properties are given. Let us start with the solution. Again here we are not given what is the force acting on the springs. So our first step will be to find out the force acting on the spring, and rest the entire procedure will again be same. To find out the force acting, let us start with the kinetic energy. While hitting the bumper, the kinetic energy of a moving wagon is absorbed by the springs. Hence I can write kinetic energy equal to half mv square. So I will get the value of kinetic energy as 1687.5 into 10 raised to 3 Newton mm. Now let us say P is the maximum force acting on each spring, causing it to compress by 150 mm. Hence the strain energy absorbed by two springs is given by E is equal to 2 multiplied by 2, because there are two number of springs, half multiplied by P multiplied by delta. On solving which I will get answer as 150 P. This strain energy absorbed by the springs will be equal to kinetic energy imparted by the moving wagon. Hence equating both the values, I will get the answer for P as 11250 newtons. Now as we have found out the value of load acting on the springs, next step is same as that we are doing in the previous lectures. Starting with the wire diameter, for which I will use the relation tau is equal to Ks 8 Pc divided by pi d square. As the value of C is known to me, I can find out value of Ks as 1.2525. Substituting the value of Ks in equation A, I will get the answer for D as 18.55 mm, which I will approximate it to as 20 mm from PSG 7.105. Next step will be to find out mean coil diameter D by using the value of spring index. So using the value of spring index, I will get the answer for capital D as 120 mm. Inner diameter of the spring will be Di is equal to D minus D, whereas outer diameter of the spring will be equal to D plus D. On solving which I will get the answers as 100 and 140 mm respectively. For number of tons we have two formulas. Either we can go by stiffness or we can go by maximum deflection. In this question maximum deflection is given to us, hence I will go by maximum deflection criteria. On substituting the values, I will get the answer for N as 13, that is number of active coils in the spring. For total number of coils, we will use the relation N dash is equal to N plus 2, assuming square and grounded ends. So I will get the value of total number of coils as 15. Next is free length of the spring. So we have the relation LF is equal to LS plus delta plus N dash minus 1 into clearance between two coils. For solid length we have the relation LS is equal to N dash multiplied by D, on solving which I will get the answer as 300 mm. Assuming the clearance between the two coils as 2 mm, I will get the value of LF as 478 mm. Next dimension is pitch, which is given by the relation free length divided by N dash minus 1. Substituting the value of free length and N dash, I will get the answer for pitch as 34.14 mm. Next requirement in the question was spring rate. So I have the relation K is equal to P divided by delta. P we already know, delta we also know. So I will get the answer as 75 Newton per mm. This is the required spring rate. Actual spring rate can be found out by the relation given from PSG. K is equal to GD raised to 4 divided by 8 d cube n. On substituting the values, I will get the answer for K as 72.44 Newton per mm. With this, we have found out all the things which is required in the question.